My name is Sarah. I am 34 years old. I live in a small apartment in the city with my son, Arash, who is now 7 years old. It's been over a year since that fateful night when everything changed. Let me take you back to how it all began, because sometimes to understand the present, we need to revisit the past. Amir and I met 10 years ago at a mutual friend's wedding. He was charming, funny, and had those deep brown eyes that made my heart skip a beat. We dated for a year, got married in a beautiful ceremony surrounded by family and friends, and soon after, Arash came into our lives. Those early years were magical. Amir was a devoted husband and father. He worked hard as an engineer, coming home every evening to play with Arash or help me with dinner. We dreamed of buying a bigger house, traveling together, growing old side by side. But as time passed, things started to shift subtly. Amir's job became more demanding. He traveled more for work, stayed late at the office, and attended more social events with colleagues. I understood. I supported him. I was a teacher at a local school, so I managed the home and Arash mostly on my own. I never complained. I trusted him. Then came that Friday night. I remember it vividly. I had a terrible cold, fever, sore throat, the works. Amir kissed me on the forehead and said, "Rest well, love. It's Reza's birthday party. A bunch of old friends will be there. I'll try not to be too late." I nodded weakly and drifted off to sleep with Arash tucked in his room. The next day, Amir was unusually quiet. He made breakfast but barely spoke. His phone buzzed constantly, but he silenced it quickly. I asked if everything was all right, and he brushed it off with, "Just a hangover." But my intuition told me otherwise. That evening, Layla dropped by unexpectedly. We had been friends since university, and she always knew when something was bothering me. Over tea, she hesitated before speaking. "Sarah, there's something I need to tell you about last night." Her voice was low, almost a whisper. My heart pounded. "What is it?" She took a deep breath. Amir was at the party, and he spent a lot of time with Neda. You know, his ex from college. They were dancing closely, laughing like old times. And then, in a corner, I saw them kiss. It wasn't just a peck. It was passionate. I felt the world crumble around me. Tears welled up, but I held them back. "Are you absolutely sure it was him?" I asked, hoping it was a mistake. Layla nodded, her eyes full of sympathy. "I'm sorry, Sarah. I wouldn't tell you if I wasn't certain." When Amir walked through the door that night, I confronted him immediately. No shouting, just cold calm. "Was Neda at the party?" His face paled. He stammered, "Yes, she was there unexpectedly." "And did you kiss her?" He looked down, unable to meet my gaze. After what felt like an eternity, he whispered, "It was a mistake. I had too much to drink. It meant nothing." "Nothing?" My voice rose for the first time. "You kissed your ex-girlfriend while I was home sick, trusting you." He begged for forgiveness. "Sarah, please. It was one moment of weakness. I love only you. Our family means everything to me." But the damage was done. That night, I asked him to leave. He packed a small bag and went to stay with his brother. Arash was at my parents' for the weekend, spared from the chaos. In the weeks that followed, life turned upside down. Amir bombarded me with calls, texts, flowers, apologies. His family got involved, his mother pleading on the phone. "Men make mistakes, dear. Think of Arash. He needs his father."
Friends were divided. Some said forgive and move on. Marriages survive worse. Others supported my decision, saying trust once broken is hard to rebuild.
We filed for divorce quietly. Amir moved into an apartment nearby so he could see Arash regularly. He was a good father, picking him up from school, taking him to parks, attending his soccer games. Arash asked questions, of course. "Why doesn't Daddy live with us anymore?" I explained as gently as possible. Sometimes grown-ups need space to figure things out. Months passed. I focused on healing. I went back to teaching full-time, joined a yoga class, spent more quality time with Arash. We baked cookies together, read bedtime stories, built forts in the living room. Slowly, the pain dulled. One day, Amir asked to meet for coffee, not to beg for reconciliation, but to talk about co-parenting better. He looked different, more mature, remorseful. "Sara, I've been seeing a therapist. I'm working on myself. I realize how much I hurt you, and I regret it every day." I listened. Part of me still cared, but I was stronger now, independent. Over time, we became friends again, for Arash's sake. We attended his school events together, celebrated his birthday as a united front. Arash thrived seeing his parents getting along. And then, unexpectedly, feelings resurfaced. Not the blind trust of before, but a cautious hope. Amir proved his change through actions, not words. He respected boundaries, never pressured me. On Arash's 8th birthday, as we watched him blow out candles, Amir whispered, "I still love you, Sara. If you'll ever give me another chance, I'll spend the rest of my life earning your trust." I didn't answer right away, but months later, after much thought and talks, I did. We started dating again, slowly, like teenagers. Therapy together helped rebuild what was broken. Today, we're back together. Not the same as before, but better, stronger. We've learned that love requires effort, honesty, and forgiveness. Trust can be rebuilt, brick by brick. Life isn't perfect. We argue sometimes, face challenges, but we communicate now. No more hidden secrets. Arash is happy, thriving in a home filled with love again. And I've found peace in second chances.